Get ready for the Teen Summit podcast. Presenting the teen co-host, Aisha.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Naye.
He's a what now? What is he?
And presenting your host, Rachel Bernadette.
Right, we're in there. All right.
And welcome back to this Teen Summit podcast. Last week on episode 21, we had a Thanksgiving special, talking about some great subjects on the most wholesome holiday Thanksgiving. Today, we're super excited to be back on our 22nd episode. Woo-hoo! Tonight, our episode is called Anniversamas. The week happens to be the first anniversary of our podcast, and we'll be celebrating our anniversary with all of you while getting in the spirit of Christmas. Let me get a woo-woo. Okay. So, how did we get the name, though? So, Anniversamas came from the two words anniversary and Christmas. So, Anniversamas, here we go. Now, on to the intro reel.
The Laffy presents Teen Summit Podcast with your host, Miss Ray. Youth with passion. Youth who speak their mind. Listen to the voices of our youth. Youth who care.
So every other Thursday, we will talk about issues that you all care about.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Teen Summit podcast. Hello, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to.
Welcome to the Teen Summit podcast.
Welcome everybody to Teen Summit Podcast. Welcome everybody to Teen Summit Podcast.
And as Naye said, today actually marks the day before our last episode last year. So our first episode was on December 17th, and this episode is on December 16th. So we have done a whole 21 episodes in the last year. That is wild. Like, I didn't know Aisha, I didn't know Naye, and now it definitely feels like we've become really good friends, good family, and it's so cool to reflect back on how much I've grown as a podcast host. This is my first time hosting a podcast, and it also is cool to see how Aisha and Naye have grown over the last year. We've had a lot of changes. We started out with, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 co-hosts, and then life happens and people move on and phase through different things. But it has been a pleasure to be with all of you listeners. Aisha and Naye, I love y'all. And, it's only up from here. So we thought it would only be right to do kind of like a before versus now reflection on how we enjoyed the podcast. What did we learn? And stay tuned. We'll have a larger celebration birthday episode in a couple weeks. So I guess to start off, like how has the podcast benefited you all in life over this last year?
To be honest, it like really kind of sort of brought out the things that I really love. So like I like advocating. I like talking about real world situations. I like all of that. And so this gave me a voice to actually do so and do it in a public way without having to talk in front of 1,000 million people on the stage or anything. So therefore that was a plus. Also, it was a great opportunity. Like, I've never been in a podcast. I always thought podcasts were a little interesting. Like, I was like, but then when you actually when you actually like start being in one, it gives you the wow. Now I see what podcasts are really about. I understand like why people actually like watch them and do them.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Naye. And I just want to say, in the beginning of this process, I was 100% skeptical. Like, I was shy. I was such an introvert. Like, I did not know what to expect. Like, it honestly all started out as like a service hour opportunity. And then that's when my advisor, Mr. Adams, he was like, you're so good at speaking, you should join it full time. And I had the thought that he was going to be on it with me. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then he was like, no. And I was like, okay, I'm still gonna do it though, still gonna go and, do my best. And I honestly did. And I'm very grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for everything I learned, because if I wouldn't have opened myself to this opportunity, I would not have been as vocal as I am speaking on different topics and, know how to start conversations with people and all that stuff. So, things work out in a great way. So I'm happy to be here with you guys for this 1-year anniversary and, being able to speak my truth in a comfortable way where I won't be judged completely.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it brief because how the podcast has been beneficial to me is to really understand what it's like to teach and empower young people. So the before, I did a lot of the moving of things around, right? This was their first podcast, and I had to get it started. I had to do the editing. I had to find the topics, and it was a very Rochelle show behind the scenes. And for as I learned what leadership really is, it's empowering others to grow so that you're not needed. And how I've grown as a leader is to really understand how to listen and connect with Naye and Aisha and even all the former podcast hosts to make it their own, so that they're empowered to edit the videos and create the flyers. Like, so if you check on our Instagram page, a lot of that is now done by the teens. This is for teens by teens. Okay. And that's something that they can take with them wherever. And so I have learned to humble myself and to allow them to teach me. Like, as they've grown, I started to sit back more. I don't know if you all have been listening to our recent episodes, but they're the ones talking. I sprinkle my little stuff in there, but I'll share more in our future episodes because I could go on, but we have a lot to get to. And I think we have some breaking news.
Breaking news, Fox 5. No, but hello everyone. So breaking news, TikTok trends. Okay, so school and law enforcement officials in DC, Maryland, Virginia, the whole DMV, say that they are fully aware of a national TikTok trend that has been going around recently this whole week. And basically the trend is a bunch of teenagers threatening violence and specifically gun violence at every school in America on Friday, December 17th. Now, according to the police, the original TikTok trend was for students to skip school on Friday, December 17th, and it was changed to a school shooting threat. So, and initially this was just like as an excuse for a lot of students to skip school, be rebellious. And now it is taken to a whole nother level and almost federal. So what are our thoughts on that?
One didn't even know that this was a thing, probably because I'm not really on TikTok like that. And I work with Naye's school in DC, and I don't know if it was mainly a lot happening in PG County and Virginia, but I didn't even know it was a thing. So one, it's news to me. I don't know the noise. Sorry. But I think that this speaks to a larger conversation about using social media responsibly. And at the end of this breaking news segment, I'll touch on a few ways that teens can do this, but that's my thought on this so far. Just the importance of using social media responsibly, especially in times of crisis.
Yeah. I didn't know about it either. Like, I mean, I'm on TikTok all the time, but I never saw it. That's kind of crazy and annoying because I don't understand how you can make a threat that is world basically wide or America wide, and like don't think about the outcome or the consequences that come with it. Because to me, I mean, I know everybody doesn't think the same, but to me, I feel like you are endangering so many lives, and you're now promoting violence because now you're having people who might actually try to threaten schools, and you might have kids who are literally scared to come to school now. So I think that's I don't like that idea. I don't like the concept. I don't like the reason why they did it. It's unacceptable. There's so many things wrong with it. It's like I don't even know how to really express it because it's just why? What was your motivation to actually make a whole threat? And like first you start off with like you're trying to skip school, but then you make it so much worse and causing chaos for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like at this point, not only students should be held accountable, but administrators should, claim responsibility for their school. I feel like because since we don't really know what's going on, if it's true or if it's fake until these news reports are getting out, I feel like schools should take all the safety precautions that they can because they never know what could really happen. And I know in my area, there were like 3 schools that shut down completely. One of them was Northwestern High School. Another one was Laurel High School. They shut down the school because of the threats that were going on. Parkdale, of course, didn't. But anyways, that's besides the point. But yeah, I feel like administrators should definitely see through like those situations and be sure to do everything that they can to make the students safe, and those teenagers who are doing all of that stuff, be held accountable in some way because that's not cool.
And in terms of like held accountable, and Aisha, I'm going to push you on how you share, those teenagers who started all that stuff, because it goes back to shared responsibility and using platforms responsibly. And so for those of you who don't know TikTok originally was called musical.ly, and it was a social media app for users to create.
Musically.
Okay. It's not.
Oh, wow. I'm showing my age.
God.
Whoa.
I really had to correct that. I'm sorry. I could have just let that slip. But then I was like, no. She said music, Tali. It was so many ways you said that wrong.
This is why I hang out with my young people, because, they can be hip. But okay,
music. You got us. You got us.
Yeah. So it was really originally designed to share 15-second videos of themselves dancing, lip syncing, doing comedy skits, etc. And now it is one of the biggest platforms for just teens, millennials, Generation Z, and even before Generation Z. So those in the age range of like the 10 to 15. And so with that comes a shared responsibility in like one person can create something, but as I understand TikTok, the resharing, the reposting of it is really what hypes things up, where a video can have so many million views or reshares, and it was only created by this one person. So I'll share off a few ways to use social media responsibility, and as you responsibly, and as you all hear in your head, like anything else that comes up. But I think the first is being mindful of what you reshare and repost before just doing that, checking your facts. So particularly in this case, going to the root, what are credible news sources with this information, and using that as a factor to decide, will I reshare this or will I not reshare this? And then a second one that a lot of people don't think about is, why am I resharing this? What is my intention for doing this? Is it to inform? Is it to persuade? Is it to for entertainment purposes? So like you as the user, teens, Aisha, Naye, whoever else will listen to this later, like, why am I doing this? Like, am I doing it mindlessly because I see it and it's like trigger finger, like, ooh, and it happens, like, ooh, and it's like, I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing, but kind of pausing and like, what's my intention? So those are two ones that come to mind. I'm sure there are others, but what do you all think? What would you say to yourself that you might need to remind yourself? And what would you say to other teens who might see this specific news story or others like it, and what to do when they come across their TikTok?
I just kind of want to add on though too. Another thing is, if you're also reposting something and you think has a negative connotation, is there a way that you can post it by like showing awareness and saying, hey guys, there's a rumor going around, can we stop this, something like that, to kind of avoid the rumor? Is there a way to do that? Because spreading that rumor and it's bad and you're doing it because it's bad, not the best look. But I think a suggestion I would have is to really, like Miss Ray said, be like, think of if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, but also being aware, like just being aware of like who you're sending it to, and again, thinking about should you or should you not. Yeah.
All right, so we have a comment. To disrupt our learning environment is crazy. It just shows how much value is put on our education system. I agree with that 100%. And I was telling a friend literally like right before the episode started that this honestly just shows how much people really care about school, or how much they really care about, what they're academically doing. And I don't blame the pandemic for this in any way, but I honestly feel like us being home for that amount of time, there are still some students who don't want to come back to school because they were so accustomed to sleeping in, being comfortable and not having to leave their homes. So they're trying to like do whatever they can in a negative way to, just go back home. And I don't feel like that's right. And I've learned this week that, a lot of people don't think before they act. And although it is very important to, it doesn't happen. And that's another reason why, we have so many problems in society right now, especially in school. Like, whenever I go to school, I go with a purpose, and I just don't see much of a purpose with a lot of people. And it's sad because it's like, what, why are you doing the things that you do? Like, why do you choose to put such a negative impact on not only others, but yourself too? Because it will affect you more than it affects others, because you're the one that's like initiating it. So yeah, I feel like if you just think before you do things and have a purpose with what you're doing it for the positive reasons, then, we shouldn't come to this.
talking about like responsibility on TikTok and just responsibility period. Let's talk about being responsible during the holidays. Knowing there's a new variant, right? We all know the new variant of COVID, right? Called Omicron. Oh my gosh, I always say it wrong, but it literally sounds like the Transformer Megatron. Okay, so we're gonna call it Megatron. You know, the little Transformer guy who turns into the truck. Is that the one truck? I think so. You know what I mean, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just got it. It just reminds me. Every time I hear it, I just think of Transformers. Okay. I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
literally, I mean, the COVID variant is really like a transformer because it literally keeps transforming.
See,
It's
I
like
knew
it
they call
starts.
it
Yeah, you were onto something there.
Megatron. You're calling it Megatron, Mr. Megatron, or Mrs.
Mhm.
Megatron. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Okay. So, knowing this, I have a question. How will the pandemic affect holiday gatherings? You know, because everybody is now that COVID was going downhill, you know, was past tense, you know, was. How and everybody had like all these big plans. I want to go see family, I want to go see friends. Like, what is your opinion on this?
I feel like it's such a touchy subject because, especially like in the holiday season, everyone wants to spend time with their friends and family and, just, be together, especially in the times like this where we actually need each other. But because of a whole pandemic and social distancing and making sure that you're being 100% safe so that you don't catch the virus, that can impact who you're spending your time with during the holidays, because I know once Thanksgiving hit, those cases started to rise, and the main reason was because everyone was gathering for Thanksgiving and the holiday and traveling and all that stuff. So December, I hope not, but it's looking like it's about to be a 2.0 of that. But yeah, like one of the main ways this pandemic can affect holiday gatherings is by just like people being too close with each other. Like I feel like once they get so close to each other and they start like hugging and doing all of that extra stuff, it might go bad, go left. So yeah.
So, with that, I think speaking specifically for teens, I was doing a little bit of research, and that the number of cases for children having COVID is increasing. As of December 9th, nearly 7.2 million children have been tested positive for COVID since the onset of the pandemic. And so with all of this, and I see it all the time in schools in general, and I know there is no one particular school that does it worse or better than others. Like, how do you as teens, when y'all are very touchy, I don't say y'all, but teens can be very touchy and kind of like all on each other, sitting in each other's lap and lunch and all types of things. Like, how do you be the leader, right? And remember that we are still in a whole pandemic, and keeping this information in mind going into the holiday season, where you may see your friends outside of school now and you might go hang out at different places. Like, what are things to think about? And just sharing your honest thoughts. Is it hard? Is it easy? What's been your experience?
I'm just saying, I feel like that was like very much targeted towards me. I felt targeted.
So I love you, Naye, but you're part of my sample size. So
I mean, I know, but like,
no, I'm not just you. It's not towards you, but I am in my influence of young people. This is what I see.
okay, well, since I guess we're not targeting me, even though I'm pretty sure we were. Well, I would say, everybody says it, get tested. Like, I mean, I don't know if your school provides it. If your school like says, "Oh, you can come get tested." I know my school does. We have we have a van that comes every Thursday. On Mondays, you have to have somebody who comes in for testing. Take those opportunities and get tested. I know you. Some of you are like, "Oh, but I want to do it with my parents. Oh, I want to do it with this person." Listen, when do you know when you want to go to that thing with your parents? Think about that. That could be next year, okay? I've heard so many people say that, and they still haven't gone. So like, you might be scared to get tested. You might think, "What if I got it?" Look, at this point, it's COVID. If you want to stay safe, if you got it, you got it. Stay home. Don't come to school, okay? Ain't nobody's gonna think, "Oh my gosh, she got it." I mean, some people might, but like, come on now. So many people has gotten it this far. We need to get it together. So please get tested. Now libraries, they have those little things, your little self-test kits. Come on, get one, it's free. Take a little swab. I don't know how it works, but you get a little swab, I think, and put it in the bag, put it in the little envelope, put it in the little mailbox thing for the COVID thing, put it in there, call yours it a day. Okay, let's get tested.
And this is coming from, there's two Let's Get Tested. This is coming from the teen sexual health educator as well. Get tested in all areas. Let's just put that out there, not just COVID and or any other areas that you feel like you might need to get tested for sexually transmitted diseases. Let's just put that out there since we are talking about this.
Please don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid of getting if you have if you think you might have one, if you're scared, please go get tested, okay? I'm telling you, get tested. Cause I mean, you either don't get tested and something happens, and then you might possibly get sick, die, who knows? But we don't want those outcomes. We want to come out healthy. So if you get tested, you find out earlier, you go to the doctor, get it treated, call it a day. So therefore, get tested.
No,
I think the message is clear.
You want to drill it.
I'm going to show this episode to a lot of people at Parkdale because I feel like exposing them. They deserve to be exposed. They deserve to be put on the spotlight because they need to get tested. Yeah, and in DC too. And I love how passionate you are about this, but I cannot take you seriously with Blueface.
Okay.
She's an avatar.
Look, I'm not using my mom's computer today. Today we have the MacBook and it's not working. For some reason, I have a yellow background and thinks my face is yellow.
So that's just the plug, for any adults who are listening and would like to sponsor the Lake Arbor Foundation podcast. We are accepting grants to empower our teens to be presentable and not have blue screen issues because anyways, let's just close it out on a lighter note since we're kind of going in that direction. Anywho, Naye, I know your favorites, topics and things to share.
Yeah, we know I'm the fun one. You don't got to say it out loud. I know I'm the fun one. I get it. So, we all got some traditions and stuff going on. So, we want to end on like a fun note. So, the question is, what are y'all's favorite holiday trends and traditions? Come on now. Everybody has them little traditions and them little things y'all do during like the little trends. I don't know what y'all do, but come on now. Do y'all go on TikTok and make a TikTok every day, every time, the
12 days of TikTok?
12 days of TikTok. Do y'all do that? Do y'all go, oh, okay. Post said gingerbread houses. Sounds fun. I love gingerbread houses. That is so fun to do. Okay, let me be quiet because, I can talk all day, but I want to hear y'all's opinion.
That just reminded me of elementary school when we would make those gingerbread houses in class. Oh my gosh, I want to go back to elementary school. Those were the days. Like, they were so fun. And my favorite holiday trend is Mariah Carey because she just has her outbreak as soon as November 30th hits, like always. a bake-off. Bake-offs are cool too. I can't cook for anything.
Come
but
on
I
now,
would-
invite me. I want to be in the
It's
bake
called a
off.
bake-off.
Yeah, can
I'll
if
be the
that's okay,
judge.
come unmuted, and kind of talk about it. If you want, you don't have to. You can put it in the chat though. But like, I want to hear this. What is this decorating? This what did you call it again? A bake off.
Look, Aisha, was that on purpose?
Okay, I want to be the judge. I would be the judge of a bake-off. Like I watch as soon as December hits, Food Network is where I'm at. Like I would watch the Holiday Baking Championship, like Beat Bobby Flay Christmas edition. Like I would watch all the shows, like cooking shows, baking cakes, all that stuff. I don't know. I'm a foodie.
I like the little holiday lights ones where they do the little competitions. Oh, also Poe put in the chat. They said decorating cookies. Oh, okay. So it's like decorated cookies, baking them. Okay, I got you. All right, got it. That sounds fun. I want to do it. Invite me, please. I'll probably make that little unicorn one, or I'll do like some kind of weird design. You know me. It's all good.
I would just do a smiley face because I can't do all the extra. I'll leave that to Naya. Naya will put the unicorn.
Yes, extra queen right here. Extra. Where's the little thing? The little like extra. You know that
about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get that edited into the shorts for sure. But I think my favorite tradition, and I feel like it's a tradition because we all get together. This is a personal thing about Rochelle, not sponsored by the Laffy, but like the system keeps us separated. And I feel like the holidays are such a great time where we all like don't have to go to work, don't have to go to school, and we get to just enjoy each other's company. So one tradition we do in my house is we all get the pajamas. We got the matching pajamas, and then we have the sleepover, and we all take a group picture with me, my sister, and my aunt and my mom. And then we even send some to other like people in states so that they can be included now. And I feel like I'm coming up with a new idea as we speak, and have like a Zoom one where we all are wearing the same pajamas, because Fashion Nova has the cheap pajama sets. And I'm not promoting Fashion Nova because that's another topic in terms of sweat labor. But yes, pajama sets. Period.
Okay. Miss Ray, I'm sorry, but Fashion Nova and cheap do not go in the same sentence.
Yes, they do.
No.
I'm sorry. Shein.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking about that. I was like, Fashion Nova. Isn't that the one that people be promoting on TikTok where they be like, oh yeah, I just got my Fashion Nova stuff. Yeah,
Shein. Sorry.
I don't got money like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Barely got it. So I think one of my traditions is we usually like go out. So like we don't usually stay home. Most people stay home to with the family. We go with our family somewhere. So even that be just like going to Maryland and get a little like hotel, or go to, I don't know, Virginia. Just something small. Like we've been to Massanutten for Christmas. We've been Massanutten. Okay. And then we've also been to Williamsburg. My grammar is not good today. But wow, that's funny actually. But yeah, we always go somewhere for Christmas. We started that tradition a while ago. I always be like, I don't really have a tradition, but like that is one of our traditions. We've done that for like the past, I don't even know how many years we've done that. 8. That's just the estimate. I don't know. We've done that for a while, but like, COVID. So we gotta keep it small. So now we probably just like maybe just go to a little hotel, still not be in a house because we got to keep the tradition going.
Right.
And it makes us rethink, if nothing else, to kind of tie.
I did. I'm sorry. I just thought about something. Yeah. So I went to Las Vegas one time. So basically I went to Las Vegas and then I went to California for like Christmas one time. People say that Las Vegas isn't for kids. They 100% mean that. Okay, kids, don't go to Las Vegas unless you want your eyes to be scarred. I was 12. Those trucks that go around.
Oof.
Not okay. Now California's fun though. California's fun. They have like these big malls and like all these people. So fun.
Well, yes, there are definitely, maybe we should do a show in the future around kid-friendly things to do. Because there are lots of, you go to different states and there are different attractions and things to do. But what I was saying in connection to what you shared around COVID and to tie everything together, you know, I feel like the world has made us have to be more adaptable. Like we really do get to be more adaptable, and that when we have opportunities to get together with people, whether it's for Christmas or whether it is at Dave and Buster's with these two amazing ladies, we don't take it for granted, and we don't just think that, oh, we'll just hang out next time, or oh, they'll be here tomorrow, because they might not. And so this was us. We went to Dave and Buster's. We all met in person for the first time in a year. And it was such a great experience. And we'll talk a little bit more about our celebrations in a future episode. But as I shared before, so grateful for these ladies, grateful for their friendship, for their patience, and for the opportunity to serve, because it's an opportunity. But in any case, I guess we'll drop the mic and say, check us out on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere where podcasts and videos are watched. Our next episode will be one more before the new year 2022 on December 30th, 2021. And we will close out the year with a bang, bang. All right. See y'all later. Enjoy your night. Bye.
Good night.